smoke is in the air again today, and there's actually a health warning. The other days there actually wasn't. But mind what's going on today. And I guess in terms of things continuing, more news about, I guess, countries using things like drones to attack each other. And now a lot of articles actually of countries accusing one another of you're supplying this and that and so forth, like you shouldn't. How about this one? This one says Ukraine's foreign ministry responds to China. It is incorrect to pretend that you do not know about the drone attacks on Kyiv. The spokesperson for the Foreign Ministry of Ukraine, Ole Nikolenko, commented on the statements of the Chinese Foreign Ministry, which claimed that they are not aware of Russian attacks on Kyiv using drones, saying, quote, "It's hard for me to imagine that the Chinese ambassador who is in Ukraine does not inform his government about the attacks in the Ukrainian capital. Our embassy in Beijing also regularly sends information about Russia's crimes in Ukraine to the Chinese Foreign Ministry," Nikolenko stated on his Facebook. The spokesperson for the Ukrainian Foreign Ministry said that it is incorrect to pretend that nothing is happening when the whole world is talking about it. That is a little far-fetched to believe if they're saying, what, we didn't hear anything about attacks with drones. It made me wonder, why would you do that? Could it be, for example, because China is supplying a lot of drones to various, I guess, places like Ukraine and Russia, where they're using things like DJI drones, for example, and they just want to say, hey, we didn't hear anything about it. We're just supplying, I guess, the drones per se. How they use it is not something that we necessarily condone, but we don't know anything about it. That's kind of crazy if they do actually believe that is the direction to go with in terms of trying to keep yourself away from the drama while still, I guess, profiting from selling hardware and all that. And apparently Japan's gonna start sending out drones too to do some, I guess, monitoring or patrolling. This one says, amid Chinese threats, Japan starts operating SeaGuardian drones for maritime patrolling. The Japanese Coast Guard, which also performs border guard service functions, has started operating unmanned aerial vehicles to patrol waters near the country, Japanese broadcaster NHK reported on Wednesday. The MQ-9B SeaGuardian UAV took off on Wednesday afternoon from the Maritime Self-Defense Forces Hachinohe Air Base in Aomori Prefecture in northeastern Japan, the report said, adding that the aircraft is controlled from the ground by an operator. And this is obviously more sophisticated than your average off-the-shelf drone. It says the UAV is equipped with highly sensitive cameras capable of observing ships from an altitude of 3,000 meters, even at night, using infrared radiation as well as other detection devices that allow the aircraft to avoid collisions. In addition, the drone is equipped with radars and devices with artificial intelligence functions. The UAV will transmit footage for analysis in real time, according to the report. And on a side note, I saw this today, which was kind of crazy. It dealt with a car crashing into a train, and for some reason, you can see in the video, the car just keeps going, even though the train tracks, they tell you everything like what, stop and all that. All the cars in front of them are stopped. For some reason, the person decides to keep going, and what do you expect? Wonder who will win? Yeah. And as it says here, they further emphasized the guy wasn't drunk, for example, just that he didn't have a license. And he even said what, the train driver was sober as well. So obviously the person operating it was all there, I guess you could say, except for the guy driving the car. And then afterwards in the article, they just talk about things like safety and all that, how you should stop when there's things like barriers and trains coming and so forth. I think that's pretty common sense, isn't it? I mean, I guess it's just an example on how some people will just do anything for whatever reason. I don't think you're gonna stop them, regardless of what you do, say, or how many warning signs there are. Alright, see you guys later.